Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the G Perspective. I am your host, George Michael Perez, aka GMike. You already know what it is. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the show, checking out all the episodes, and checking out this episode. I got a good one for you guys today. I got a new guest coming on. My boy, we went on a trip together. We got crazy, we got wild, and he knows a lot about basketball and football, so he wanted to share his opinions and stats and facts all up in the show. My dude, my dog, Danny Navarro. How you doing, my man?
What's going on, George? We are live in effect, baby. Getting ready to talk about the successes that happened over the weekend, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, it was a crazy weekend when it comes to football, bro. Hey, each game ending in the last 2 minutes, or if not going into overtime, that is insane in the divisional round, dude.
For every sports fan, for sports fans, you don't even have to be a football fan. For every sports fan, it was a crazy weekend. It was a very enjoyable time to watch. Yes, sir.
100%, bro. Before we jump into football and jumping into the next topic, I just want to tell you guys that this episode is brought to you by Jaws NFT. Jaws NFT is a community that is growing big. It's growing rapidly every single day. If you're into the crypto space and the NFT space, they're going to be huge in the metaverse when it comes about. I know people are not excited for the metaverse, and a lot of people are, but if you like it or not, it's going to be thrown in your face no matter what. It's going to be out and about in front of us, and it's going to be a part of our lives in the next 5 to 10 years. So you guys go check out Jaws NFT on Twitter, Instagram, and on Discord. We have a huge server, huge chats. People send tons of positive energy towards each other and advice, trying to get people to accomplish their daily goals and whatnot. So you guys go check that out whenever you can. But Danny, we're going to jump into one of our dudes in the league, man. LeBron and the Lakers, bro. They are struggling, but LeBron is still doing work after 19 seasons in the NBA. But he is averaging 29.1 points. Before we talk about the other team, the whole team, let's talk about LeBron real quick. What do you think about that? He's averaging 29.1 points in 19 years already playing, bro.
Listen, I think the guy has a really good work ethic. That's the first thing that applies to him. And the fact that he's averaging 29.1, just like you said, at 37 years old, in a league that is a fast-paced league, I think is amazing. It's amazing for the sport, and it's amazing for him to be actually working the way that he's working. The Lakers are struggling. They're not the team that we thought they would be, with AD being out for a couple months, and Westbrook just not producing the way he's producing. But LeBron James, my man, in the MVP talks every single year.
Yeah, man, always. He's always going to be in the MVP talks. You know how he plays, man. He carries the leagues on his shoulder, and people want to disclaim that. People want to say that he really doesn't, that he sucks and this and that. It's just like, yo, man, you guys are trolls. You guys are not really watching basketball. If you see LeBron James out there, you know that he's taking over the game just by himself, man. But yeah, the Lakers, right now, they're 24-24. They're just at the margin of 500. They're eighth. Yeah, they're eighth in the West. They just got Anthony Davis back after missing 17 games. He dropped 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. But what I love is that he had 4 blocks. So he was a rim protector out there, and he played 25 minutes. You think that him coming back to this lineup is going to help them and get them over the top, going up the ranks in the Western Conference?
I definitely do think so. I think having AD back in the lineup it brings a lot of energy to the game. It takes off the pressure of LeBron, which is something that he needs at the age that we just spoke about. I think AD brings a lot of good inside the rim energy. Like you said, all the blocks that he's been having, all the defense that he has. It's something that the Lakers do need, and I really do think the Lakers end up at least 6th seed in the West. I don't think I have them at 8th anymore when AD comes back.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't think they stay down there. I think that if AD stays healthy and Westbrook falls out of this funk, I think they'll go up the rankings 100%. LeBron is gonna still be LeBron. He's gonna be dropping in his numbers, but people around the league are saying, oh, Russell Westbrook is going to get traded before the deadline, this and that. What do you think about that? You think he's going to get traded, or you think he's going to stay in LA?
We spoke about it probably about a couple of days ago. And to be honest, Westbrook, the way that he plays basketball is not suited for the Lakers. He's a very fast-paced individual. Even Shaq told him the other day in the game, dude, you gotta slow down. He's just way too fast. Do I think he's gonna get traded? I don't think he's gonna get traded. Would I want him to get traded? I probably wouldn't want him to get traded. Yes, definitely. He hasn't been averaging the amount of points that he averages. His assists per games are down. His field goal percentage is down. His free throw percentage is down. They don't call him Westbrook for a reason, dude. He's not having the season that he's supposed to be having with the Lakers, all the hype that we had at the beginning of the season. And to be honest, if I could, I heard about the John Wall trade, I would pull the trigger on that, definitely.
Yeah, I get you. There's a lot of people saying that they want that trade to go down for John Wall for Russell Westbrook. Personally, I don't think that trade is going to happen at all because obviously John Wall's contract is huge, just like Russell Westbrook's. But if you're going to trade Russell Westbrook, you're going to want John Wall and another piece, maybe a draft pick or something like that, maybe even cash value. Yeah, maybe even cash value in return. And I don't think that the Lakers would get that in return from any team, especially this close to the deadline. The deadline's like 2 weeks away, right before the Super Bowl. So I don't think it's going to happen. What I think that should happen is that I think Westbrook has to play off the ball like D Wade did, like Bradley Beal does, like sometimes Donovan Mitchell. He needs to play off the ball, cut towards the basket, cut under the basket, try to get open shots instead of trying to be ball dominant like LeBron, because obviously they're two kind of the same players. They're both ball dominant players.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So it's like if he changes up his game, I think the Lakers are going to strive and they're going to go into the playoffs hard knocking, be one of the dark horses in the league, you know?
Listen, they have a playoff team, okay? If you look at it, and roster-wise, they have the playoff team that everybody's searching for. The thing is, like you said, he needs to adapt to knowing LeBron James is what guides that team. You are not what is leading this team anymore. Now you have to work on your assists more. You have to work on getting, pass protection, everything that has to go on with not being the leader of that team. And Westbrook, like I said, his fast pace is not helping him out at the moment. I think he needs to let LeBron just run the team, run the actual game itself, and he needs to be on point watching what's going on at the entire floor. Not just running up and down the floor like he's been doing for the past freaking, 52 games, basically.
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that people say that he's not a great player and this and that. It's like, bro, this guy was an MVP. This guy has been to multiple All-Star appearances. This guy has averaged a triple-double for the last, 3 years. Come on, man. How you going to say this guy's not a great player? It's just not a great fit. It's not a great fit.
It's not a great fit. There you go. That's the word. It's not a great fit. Hey, you can't take it. You can't take it that he goes somewhere else and he's going to ball out.
100%.
I know for sure, for a fact, I think he feels the pressure of playing with LeBron, just like every other great player that goes to play with LeBron. If they're not Dwayne Wade, you're going to feel the pressure. I think he needs to just step down for a little bit. Hey, I would even let him come off the bench for a little bit. See how that works.
Okay.
See how that works. Yeah, he could be a great six-man. I understand the fact that the contract is so big and the fact that he's a star, he's Westbrook, just like we spoke about. They don't want to do that because it'll look bad. But, hey, you got to win games in order to get to the playoffs. You can't just roll around on eighth place the whole entire season and then expect to not get knocked off at the end. You get me?
Yeah. I get you 100%, man. It's a complicated situation. I still think they're going to make it into the playoffs. The West still needs to be scary. I hear it on Draymond Green's podcast. He even talks about the Lakers. He's like, look, you guys are counting the Lakers out, and we're looking at the Lakers like, yo, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be tough to beat them in 7 games. Like, we don't want to face them 100%. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yo, but hopefully they get the gears going, man. Hopefully they keep
the ball rolling.
Keep winning. They get the ball rolling. They beat Brooklyn, last night, 106-96. LeBron had 33 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. But they're at 500. They still got many more games left. The All-Star break hasn't even happened yet, so it's not even half the year yet. So they got potential, 100%. Hopefully they keep it going and they keep winning, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Yeah, so jumping. Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Come on, man. We don't see LeBron in the playoffs.
There you go, bro. You just took that out of my mouth. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So transitioning to the NFL, one of the greatest weekends ever when it comes to the divisional round. Man, it's been exciting just watching each and every game this weekend. Bro, but first we'll start off with your boy Joey B, because I know you're a big fan of his, and why not? He's freaking amazing. Cincinnati beat the Tennessee Titans 19-6, and the Tennessee Titans were the first seed. They had a bye week to prepare for this team and everything. Bro, what do you think about that game? Before I jump into it, let me hear what you got to think about that game.
I think Tannehill choked, to be honest. I really do think so. Throwing three picks in the game, bro. Throwing 3 picks in the game when you could have easily scored 2 touchdowns and go over that Bengals team, because the Bengals team didn't play well at all. If you really think about it, you know, the game was decided by a field goal.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, you know, I think they did not deserve to win. I don't think Tennessee deserved to win the way they played. I know Derrick Henry has been injured, and you know, they were missing a couple other pieces, but to be honest, they did not deserve that win because they didn't pull the trigger when they were supposed to pull the trigger. And I think Tannehill does that every year. I really do think that Tannehill does that every year. He gets to the playoffs, and I think he gets the shivers, bro. He gets the shivers.
Yeah, man. He's not a playoff quarterback. I don't even think he's a winning quarterback like that. I think he gets carried. He gets carried by his team too much, bro. Honestly, like he threw 3 picks, bro.
3 picks. 3 picks and averaged 9.2 yards per play. Okay, I understand that. That's great. He could have won that game. Like I said, those 3 picks was what tossed that team out of the playoffs. They lost by 3 points, 19-16.
Yeah, man. No, and one of the picks was at the beginning of the game, the first drive, and then the last pick was the last pick at the end of the game that gave Cincinnati the ball to go down the field and score that field goal, man.
Exactly.
But when it comes down to it, Tennessee had great defense against the Cincinnati Bengals offense, because obviously we know that the Cincinnati Bengals offense is freaking explosive. Yep. So for them to stop them like that, only scoring 19 points was pretty impressive. But Cincinnati's D came out to play too, and their defense is not that great. Derrick Henry scored a touchdown, yeah, but he was at the 3-yard line and he got in. They did like a wildcat. They thought that he was going to throw the ball, but he ran it in. But he only had like 62 yards or something like that. Like, dude, they played great against them, honestly. Like, Cincinnati played great defense against the Tennessee's offense.
They came to play. They came to play.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
They came to play. They saw the quarterback wasn't getting the ball out there like he was doing in the game before. And they were like, you know what? I think it's our time to just, you know, cover his ass.
Yeah.
So they got it done.
Yeah, man. Hey, props to Joey B. Jamar Chase went out there, did Jamar Chase then. Always a beast, bro. That guy's number 1 pick in fantasy for wide receivers, 100%.
I love that kid.
Yeah, man. So they go to the AFC Championship. Later on, we'll talk about who they're going to face. But the next game of that night, which was another nail biter, and it was freezing cold just watching it through the TV. That shit had me freezing. That shit was insane. The San Francisco 49ers beat the Green Bay Packers 13-10. And
what a game.
What a game, bro. What a game. But I'm disappointed because Aaron Rodgers did not play like Aaron Rodgers. Real quick before we... Yeah, exactly. So knowing the fact that they lost and knowing what happened in the beginning of the season with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and the whole team just overall, before we jump into the game, you think Aaron Rodgers is going to stay in Green Bay?
I don't think so because, like you said, at the beginning of the season, there was so much speculation about, you know, whether he wants to be there or whether he wants to leave. And the fact that he lost that game, well, the whole team lost the game, but, you know, quarterback always gets the blame.
Of course.
But the fact that that team did not perform up to the expectations, only scoring 10 points in the entire game. You know, I think Aaron Rodgers is looking somewhere else, just like Brady did. You know, they need a refresh, they need a restart, something different. And I really do think, don't know where he might go, but I don't think he stays in Green Bay. No.
Yeah, I don't think he stays there at all. I think the biggest chance that a team has, I think it's Denver, because they got no quarterback and they have two good receivers in Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. But if you add another top tier receiver like Devontae Adams and you bring in a superstar quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, that team is jumping from no playoff team to going to the Super Bowl next year 100%.
It happened with Peyton Manning. They brought Peyton in, and they won the Super Bowl. You know, so yeah, it's all about quarterback. Really, the quarterback is what reads the game. You know, you could have, hey, you know, I don't like talking about Brady now that we're talking about the Packers, but Wes Welker wasn't really great when he played in the Dolphins. Went over to the Patriots. What did Brady do? Come here, buddy. I got you. Ball to the hands. All you need is a really good quarterback. Yeah, all you really need is a good quarterback to guide them and make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, but jumping back into the game, obviously it was a close game to the end. That game was decided by a field goal as well. Down to the last second, it was insane. The Niners played great defense, obviously, against Aaron Rodgers. And the Green Bay Packers played great defense too. I'm not going to take that away from them, but their run game was whatever. Obviously, Davante Adams couldn't get it going like that. He got a few catches and stuff, but it wasn't really up to par. It wasn't really like what everyone thought it was going to be.
They had Rodgers throwing 7 yards per game per average. 7 yards.
Time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't win a game like that. You just can't.
No, especially their offense that relies solely on
that,
on throwing. Yeah, on passing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pocket passer. He doesn't even run the ball. So you know you need that offense to spark itself up since the beginning of the game. Since the beginning of the game, they had to get it going, and they did it. So I blame Aaron Rodgers, dude. I really do. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. Like you said, bro, the quarterbacks take the blame. They're the captains of the team. They're the face of the team. You know, they handle the ball most of the time on offense. So, I mean, it's only right to obviously not blame him only, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do? The media is going to blame him no matter what.
Yeah. And what happened at the beginning of the season, he gets more blame than everybody else just because of that.
Yep. Well, yeah, the Niners played great defense on them. So the Niners move on to the NFC Championship, and they play the winner of the next game that we're going to talk about. The Los Angeles Rams beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and what was a dead game by halftime. They should have won by halftime, and then obviously Tom Brady, the freaking GOAT, this guy comes back and shows you guys what he did in the Super Bowl against the Atlanta Falcons, coming back 28-3 and winning the fucking game. This guy came back. He didn't win. He didn't win against the Rams, but he came back nasty.
He got it there. He had them biting their nails the whole entire game. They know what time it is with Tom Brady.
Yeah, 100%. Let me hear you speak on, because I know you're a Tom Brady fan and stuff like that. Let me hear you speak on how his performance was in that second half, because the first half was kind of scarce, but the second half, obviously, he picked it up.
Listen, Tom Brady is always going to be Tom Brady. He could have a bad half and still win a game. It wasn't the situation in this one, but the dude knows what winning is. He has a winning pedigree. That's why he has 7 rings. Okay, he is coming back next year. He's gonna give it one more try. I think this is his last try next year. I think he's trying to leave just like Wade left. With all the praises and all the glory. But the fact that he came in that second half and threw the touchdowns that he did and moved up the ball the way that he did, and he had the Rams going crazy. I think you got to give him props. At 45 years old, you have to give him the props, okay? There's young quarterbacks right now trying to do what the man has done for years.
Yep.
So it's mind-boggling. To me, it's mind-boggling the way that the guy is throwing the ball at 45 years old.
Yeah, man, this guy's an alien for sure, out of space. I say it all the time when we talk about Brady, but I really believe it. This guy was not born here. This guy is Superman, came from Krypton, fucking landed and started living with some family.
I really think he is cemented himself as the GOAT. Yeah. Whether he gets that 8th ring or not, I don't think nobody will ever get to even close to 4 rings. To be honest with you, the fact that the guy has had the kind of legendary career that he's had, you can't take that away from him.
No, 100%. Yeah. Going back to the game, the Bucs could have actually won that, man. If they would have stopped the Rams offense, because what they did the whole time, they were doing blitzes on Matthew Stafford, and Matthew Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks against the blitzes this season. So he exposed them when they came to that last blitz. They blitzed the corner from the edge, and Cooper Kupp went downfield wide open, threw it up, got them in field goal range, and obviously they won by a field goal. Another game ended by a field goal. But if it wasn't for the Bucs defense, I think the Bucs would have taken that game and gone to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, they had that game. They had that game. But Stafford and Kupp have had a great season together. They're the top of the NFL right now. And it was a great throw and even better catch.
Yeah.
So, and Matthew Stafford, I think we saw it in 2011 or 2013. I think it was same play, and then spiking the ball and then getting the ball in that field goal range. I think they deserve the win. Like you said, I think the defense should have done a better job, and they would have had that chance. But that's how football is.
Yeah. That's how sports is, man. You can't really. People would like to say, "Oh, it's rigged" and this and that. No, man, that shit is not rigged. Motherfuckers be going out there and be playing.
Yeah, it was a great throw and an even better catch.
Yeah, 100%.
They've been in sync the whole entire season. You can't take that away from them.
No, you can't. So yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went home packing. Brady, obviously, you just talked about it. Brady's on the brink of either retiring or coming back. Yep. I agree with you. I think he plays for one more season. The Los Angeles Rams move on to play the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship, and that will be at their home stadium, which is where the Super Bowl will be. But jumping back into the AFC, the best game out of the whole damn weekend, because down to the last 2 minutes, both teams scored at least a touchdown and a field goal. It was fucking crazy. The Kansas City.
Yeah, bro. They had it. They let it slip away, bro. Hey, Patrick Mahomes, the freaking GOAT, bro.
Bro, he's nasty. That kid
is a GOAT.
He's nasty,
bro. But I have it here. I'm not going to take it away from Josh Allen.
No, you can't.
I'm just not going to do that to him because the kid has been balling. He had 27 out of 37. He had 329 yards and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. It does not get better than that for a quarterback in a playoff game.
Crazy numbers right there. And they lost. Bro. And they fucking lost. Bro.
And they fucking lost, dude. If you really think about it, bro, it's like, how the fuck can you have such a great game and lose? Those are stats from games that, okay, they won 43 to like 14.
Like that Patriots game.
Yeah, shit like that. He had an amazing game.
Yeah.
So you can't take it away from him. But you also have Patrick Mahomes, which is a championship quarterback. He's been there before. He's got his weapons. He's got Kelsey, which is a freaking monster, bro. Okay. So, it was down to the wire. It could have gone either way. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah.
I love the game. That was my favorite game of the whole entire playoffs.
Same. So for you guys out there, the game ended with Kansas City beating the Buffalo Bills in overtime with 42-36. But before overtime started, the game was tied with 13 seconds left. No, let me go back a little further. Kansas City was up by a touchdown. I'm sorry. Yeah, by a touchdown and an extra point. Buffalo came back and scored with 50 seconds left or something under that.
Was that 47 or 37 seconds? Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone thought the Bills had the game. It's over, whatever. 13 seconds left. Patrick Mahomes can drive the team down the field 80 yards and score a field goal. Think again. This guy did it in 13 seconds. Took the team down the field. Freaking scored a field goal to tie the game to go into overtime. And then the controversial call, what everyone is talking about today. The overtime rules. If you get the coin toss, if you win the coin toss, obviously you're going to choose offense first. You want the ball first. But the only reason is because if you score first, the game is over. If you score a touchdown first, the game is over.
There you go.
When it comes to those rules, you think it should be changed or you think it should stay the same?
I think they should go back to NCAA rules, because you have to give the other team a chance to either tie it or lose the game. You have to give that team the chance to lose the game. Okay, that's the word, lose the game. I scored a touchdown and you don't score the touchdown when you have the ball, then okay, you had your chance. But the fact that they don't have the chance to actually, get back in it, I think they do need to change that rule. Yeah, that's a rule that I don't agree with. In the college football league, it's not like that. You score, I score, you score, I score, I stop you. That's it. You had your chance. But obviously, it's something that the NFL should look at. Definitely, I do think so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on the fence with it. I don't really know where I stand. I do agree with a lot of different takes, because some ideas do sound like better than others, and then some ideas do sound legit. Like, I get how Josh Allen was like, oh, if it was us, we would have been celebrating too. So, like, I can't really say, oh, let's change the rules, because if I would have won that coin toss and I scored, I wouldn't want the other team to get a chance.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He said it. He said that, and he said, listen, I'm not mad at it. That's how the game is played. But like I said, again, I think they should have had the chance to not score that touchdown and lose the game themselves, not get beat because the other team scored. I mean, the defense doesn't stop. If the defense doesn't stop the touchdown, then you're automatically done. You're out of there. So I think that they do have a chance at changing that rule, bringing it back to college. Let's get it.
Yeah. No, for sure they should look at it and actually like come together and do something. Either they come together. Take it to a vote. Exactly. Take it to a vote. Democratize this shit.
Definitely. That's what this country runs on, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So now we got the AFC Championship set. We got the NFC Championship set. The first game that's going to be on Sunday is at 3:00, which will be the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is where I want to hear your prediction, and I'll let you know my prediction on who will win that game.
All right, I'm not going to toss myself out the window on this one, because I know I've been talking about Joey B and the Bengals a lot. I love Jamar Chase. I love what they're doing over there, but I am not crazy, dude, all right? Okay? I've got 2 feet right on the floor, and I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. I'm going with Kelsey. I'm going with Tyreek Hill. They are a championship pedigree team, and they have Andy Reid. He knows what he's doing with that team. He knows how to handle that, and I'm not going to take it from Patrick Mahomes. Would I want the Bengals to scare them? Yeah, why not? It would be fun to have the Bengals come out there and give them a good game. I wouldn't want to blow out either. I would want to have a good game, but yeah, no. I'm taking the Chiefs on this one, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, perfectly well said. You took all the words right out of my mouth. The only thing that I'm going to say is that the reason I think the Chiefs win the game is because Cincinnati's defense will not be able to stop that explosive and score full freaking Kansas City offense. So that's the only reason I think that they're winning that game, because I think there's no way that they stop Patrick Mahomes from scoring the ball or scoring a field goal.
Yeah, not they can stop him a couple of times, but they're not going to stop him more than 5-6 times. They're just not going to. Yeah. They have a really explosive offense, and Patrick knows what he's doing, and he believes in his teammates, which is the best part about that team that they got going on. They have a really good chemistry going on, and I'll throw in numbers right now too. I think the game ends up 27-10.
Okay.
And I'm taking it to the house. Chiefs,
I'll take 27. The over on that.
Let's get it.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for Cincinnati to stop that offense 100%. I see Kansas City
Yep.
moving on to the Super Bowl as well for another year, and then in the NFC Championship, a divisional game for the NFC Championship against the 49ers and the LA Rams. That's gonna be insane. That game is gonna go down to the wire, I feel. I'm gonna start off with it first. I think the Rams are taking that. I don't think they're gonna stop their momentum. That offense is just too nice, clicking on all spots, all cylinders right now. The defense has to crank it up a little more. I think
Yep.
Von Miller, if he keeps pressuring the quarterback, if he pressures Jimmy G a lot, if they don't run the ball when they throw the ball, they pressure Jimmy G a lot. Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and forgot this other dude's name that comes off the rush, but their defensive
They're
line
monsters.
is
They're
too
monsters.
crazy, too
They're
good,
monsters.
bro.
They're
Yeah, dude.
monsters. They're monsters. They
Yeah.
have a defensive line that it'll scare a quarterback, bro. What am I doing? I gotta get the ball quick out of my hands. And that's when mistakes happen, right?
Yeah.
That's when things go wrong. I think the Rams have the team. I think the Rams are the team to be honest.
Okay.
I think the offense is crazy. I think it's insane. I think Odell got, the ball rolling over there too.
Yeah,
they believe in him. They believe in him. I think Matthew is doing a great job in that team. Cup, like we talked about, I think he deserves the MVP. I would not want to talk about Rodgers right now. No, I think Cup deserves that MVP, but you know how it goes.
Quarterbacks always win that shit, man. It's crazy.
Yep.
Political
as
hell.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
It's some bullshit. But yeah, I do think the Rams take this game. I don't think I'm gonna go with you on that down to the wire. All right, because I don't think that the Rams commit the same mistake that the Packers did. I think it's gonna be fairly close, but not that close. I give it a 20-27 Rams.
Okay. I like that. So we'll see. In our predictions, if they're right, we'll see the Rams in Kansas City in the Super Bowl. And the Rams, obviously, they will host it because it will be in LA for the first time in that new stadium. By the way, that halftime show is going to be crazy. With Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem and Kendrick Lamar. That's going to be an insane halftime show. That's going to be the only halftime show I probably watch.
They got legends, yeah. They've had some weird halftime shows in the past, bro.
Yeah, dude. Halftime, all right. I'm gonna go do something else. I'll be back.
Yeah, they've got some weird shit going on, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be, it's a Super Bowl. That's the most watched event in the United States, and I think I'm going with the Rams, bro. I'm going with the Rams on this one. I don't take Patrick Mahomes, even though. He's got that championship pedigree. I think the Rams are walking in there. They're in their home turf, even though it's split because it's the Super Bowl. It does not matter. They know where they're at. They love it there. And it's in LA. What better way to finish off the season and give Odell and Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford and Von Miller, all those guys, they deserve a ring in that team. They've put in the effort. I think they do take it, bro. I do really think so. But what about you? What do you think?
Bro, honestly, I do not know because Patrick Mahomes is just too crazy of a quarterback. He's too smart. He's too versatile out there, man. And then obviously you got Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. And the way that their defense is playing right now at the moment, their chemistry is like legit right now. Obviously in the beginning of the season, it wasn't like that. But
right.
I can't discard the LA Rams either, man. I had the Rams going to the Super Bowl in the beginning of the season. I changed my narrative throughout the season, but in the beginning of the season, I had the Rams going to the Super Bowl just because of how crazy their offense and their defense is, bro.
They're disgusting.
They're like a perfect team, bro. It's insane.
They're that Madden team, dude. They're that Madden team that you think and you start switching on players just so you can have that 99 overall.
Yeah. That you have every position at 99, and you're like, yo, you're cheating. You're like, nah, dude, what are you talking about?
That's exactly what the Rams look like right now. I would agree with you. At some point, the chemistry of the Chiefs got a lot better. I think they started off with a rough season. Everybody used to talk about, they're not going to make it out there this year. They proved themselves wrong and they sparked it up, which is something that is great for them because they walked into the playoffs in high gear. But the Rams have a cheating playoff team, bro.
Yeah, man.
They're just too good on paper, and they're good on the field too. And I think it's pretty close because both offenses are high rollers. But I can't take it from Stafford. I think he gets the ring this year, bro. I really do. I think he wasted a lot of years in Detroit.
Yeah,
and,
man.
I think this is his year. I really do think this is his year.
Yeah, I feel bad because one of my boys is a Detroit Lions fan in the program admin, one of my classmates. I feel bad saying this, but yo, it's true what you said. They wasted his freaking talent out there. They wasted Megatron's talent out there. Like, man, if they would have been that duo, if they would have been on another team, ooh, I would have seen them winning 2 Super Bowls or something like that.
Disgusting. Yeah. Calvin Johnson, a freaking legend. And he retired young. He said, bro, screw this. I'm not doing this shit.
Of course. Look at the team you're playing for. Like, God damn.
I'm not getting beat up for fucking 3 and fucking 12 for the fucking season. I'm just not gonna do it. I wouldn't do it either. Nah, what the fuck?
It's too gruesome of a sport, man. Forget that. Too many headaches for sure. After every game, all these players get headaches and stuff going home. Yeah, well, especially, yeah. But yeah, man. Hey. Before we get out of here, man, let them know where the people can follow you. Let them know about your business because I know your business is booming. So let them know all that stuff, man, so they can check you out.
All right, guys, you can follow me at Danny _N. I think it is _Y __ 93. I've changed my name a couple times. And I do plumbing. So if anybody needs a plumber in the Miami and Broward area, come call me. I will get you right the professional way, the correct way. And you can follow me at plumbingservices.llc. Look it up. Give me a call. Send me a message. Don't be afraid. I will do the best job that you can possibly think of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll have the graphic put up of your Instagram and everything so people could actually see the visual to follow you and stuff. But yeah, man, 100%. Yo, man, I'm glad you're doing good with your business. I appreciate you coming on. Real quick, let my followers know where they can follow me at. You already know on Twitter at GMike Perez, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube at GMike Media _. And you know we can catch the podcast on YouTube and all streaming podcast platforms. We about to be out of here. Danny, I appreciate you, man. You can come back on the show.
You for having me.
You can come back on the show whenever you want, and we got to do another Cancun trip, brother.
Yes, sir. Wow, I appreciate you for having me in the show, bro. It's been an amazing time. I've had a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna keep on watching this podcast. Y'all go follow my brother George. He's doing amazing with this thing. So let's get it popping, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, man. Hey, man. Hope you have a good night, brother.
Hey, thank you. Say hi to the family, bro.
Yes, sir.